Hello there, I'm Daniel Twist, and I'm the drama coach and principal at Daniel Twist Academy. This lesson is going to cover believability. Being believable as an actor is what everybody wants to see. That includes comedy, horrors, science fiction. It really doesn't matter the type of production. There needs to be believability. Now, that does sound odd, doesn't it? Take a comedy like Only Fools and Horses. A lot of the situations that happen, a lot of the things that are said, it just isn't believable. It just in real life just wouldn't happen. Well, what about science fiction? How about an alien abduction? Although some people do actually believe that they do really occur. So let's imagine a scene. There's a guy. He's walking down the street, and he hears an aircraft. He looks up, and there's a triangular-shaped UFO. That's in the scene of a film, let's say, and the UFO will fly off, and there's no shockwave, there's no sonic boom, and it speeds off, and it's at a speed that just doesn't seem possible. A lot of people watching that just wouldn't believe it's credible. They'd be like, "Oh, that just couldn't happen in real life." But the actor playing the witness to this UFO, they need to come across as being believable. If they're just going to act like this, go, and then just continue walking as if nothing happened, the audience going to be thinking, what the hell? Some would argue that maybe the UFO, maybe, or the aliens, if there's aliens aboard this UFO, maybe they somehow affected the witness and made him act as if, oh, it's no big deal, it's just a UFO. But a lot of people wouldn't, well, maybe they would think that. But then again, it could just be that he's just a bad actor. And then as the scene progresses, it soon becomes apparent that they are. They might be in a restaurant asking for a hot chocolate, and it may not sound believable. Hi, how you doing? I'd like to order a hot chocolate, please. It just doesn't sound believable. And they've ruined the scene, they've ruined the whole movie, or the whole stage production, or whatever it is. So you need to be believable as an actor. And that's what this session is going to cover. So let's imagine a scene. It's a restaurant. It's a very simple scene at the moment. There's a customer. He's approached the counter. He says to the lady behind the counter, hello, how you doing? I'd like to order a hot chocolate, please. I see many actors do scenes very similar to this, and it just isn't believable. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a great example. He's not a good actor, although he is very good in the Terminator movies, and that's because he shows very little emotions, and he's just perfect for the role of a robot. But usually, a bad actor is going to ruin a scene. Pantomime is another really good example of when you'll often find bad actors. I am, of course, referring to celebrities who aren't really actors. They're not what I call proper actors. They are simply just themselves. And well, they're trying to act, but they're not being believable. The reason they've got the role is because, well, they sell tickets. And it's traditional in pantomime to use celebrity. Okay, I personally believe that's unfair. And a lot of people in the business do. They want it to be given to proper actors. But generally speaking, the casting director, the director, is going to want them to be professional. So that's really what this lesson is really going to be covering, believability as an actor. It's one of the most important things of any production. Excuse me. So the scene, very basic at the moment, just a restaurant. The customer approaches the counter. Hello, how you doing? I'd like to order a hot chocolate, please. If they're doing this, after saying hello, how you doing? I'd like to order a hot chocolate, please. It's unnecessary. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. I've seen too many actors trying to make a scene bigger than what it actually needs to be. Okay, now let's make it more interesting. As the scene progresses, a car smashes through the restaurant. Nobody's hit, nobody's injured. The customer, or all the other actors, the extras as well, they have to react to the car crashing through the restaurant. And it has to look believable. So we're going to do the scene again from the beginning. Hiya, how you doing? I'd like to order hot chocolate, please. Could have done it this way though, couldn't I? Hello, how you doing? I'd like to order hot chocolate, please. It started off believable, but then it just became unbelievable. And that's because saying hello and asking for hot chocolate, it doesn't require the same level of acting as responding to a car smashing through a restaurant and potentially hurting or killing people. Now, the scene progresses even more. This time, the driver gets out of the car and they're bothered about the damage to the car, but they don't care that they could have hurt or killed someone, or perhaps even multiple people. They just care about the damage to the car. So now, the customer, let's just stick with this customer, they're angry. They're angry, but not to the same extent as they would be if, let's say, somebody that they knew, somebody that they cared about had actually been hit or killed by the car. Instead, they're just angry because of their attitude. Think how you'd feel. Imagine if you were in that situation. They're bothered about the damage to the car, but not the damage that's been caused, not the fact that it could have hit you. Maybe they were close to hitting you or other people. Think about that and think how you'd react to them. And think about how you would deliver these lines. Never mind your car. You could have killed somebody. Okay? Never mind your car. You could have killed someone. It needs to be believable. Okay? Never mind your car. You could have killed somebody. See? That was just pathetic. It wasn't believable. It has to be believable. The scene you're playing has to be believable. Now, let's imagine that there's an alternative scene. Okay? This time, the driver has actually hit somebody, and it's somebody that you know, somebody you care about, but they've not been killed or badly injured, but they're hurt. They're maybe even crying. Maybe it's a child that's been hurt. How would you feel now? Let's imagine it's your son or daughter. How would you feel? This is going to require a different level of acting than the previous ones. Now let's imagine an alternative scene where the driver, having hit somebody, that person has died. It is somebody you know. It could be a son or daughter. It's somebody you care about, and they have died. Or they could be seriously injured, but they're not dead. The anger is going to be completely different from before. Okay, you might want to cry. Okay, you might want to launch yourself at the person. You might want to approach the person than just simply standing back and having a go at them. How would you react? Okay, so hello, how you doing? I'd like to order a hot chocolate. Straightforward, yes, although I've seen many actors foul on doing such lines. Then you've got not just the lines, but their reaction, their whole acting. You've then got the driver getting out of the car, not really bothered, not bothered at all about the damage, other than to their car and the fact that they could have hurt somebody or killed somebody. They're not interested, they don't care about that really. They just care about their car. The anger, how would you react? And then you've got the other alternative versions to the scene where the driver has hit someone that you know, but they haven't been killed. They're not badly injured, but they're hurt. Or then you've got the final one where they've actually killed somebody that you care about or seriously hurt them. Okay, they all require different levels of acting. So I have a task for you. I want you to go over, okay, excuse me, go over what I've just explained, and I want you to act out with the different situations. Okay, so act out the scene from the beginning all the way up until the point I told you, and do all the different versions as well. And think about how you would react, or how other people, maybe people you know, would react, or how you think other people would react. You might even want to add some hand gestures that perhaps you wouldn't usually use, or facial expressions, or something else in your character that you wouldn't usually do. Maybe your posture, the way you stand. Maybe change your voice. It could be accent, or maybe the way, like the way it flows, the way you talk. Some people might talk really, really fast. Then you get others that talk a lot slower and have more spaces between each word as they talk, if you get what I mean. Okay, slightly exaggerating there, but you get my point. Okay, so this is a good example. I just do this one. Hello, I like to. Sorry, I did that wrong, didn't I? Wrong line. Hello, how you doing? I'd like to order a chocolate, please. Okay, that's the very basic one. Hello, how you doing? I'd order hot chocolate, but then the car is actually smashed through. So it's a little bit more tricky, but not as tricky as having to go at the driver, okay, and all the other stuff that I mentioned earlier. So have a practice and give me give a reply and explain how it went for you. And thank you for watching, and hopefully you've learned a lot.